I was fast asleep on the couch for the Raiders Knights game. The only thing I remember that game, Jamal's done something. The commentator's just gone, Fogarty! And I've just snapped up. My fight or flight has just kicked in. I was like, oh my God, what have I done?
Well, speaking of fight or flight, you missed this, but Hudson Young was chasing a kick through in that game, and he got shoved in the back or bumped or something by a Knights defender as he was chasing. And he's got up and turned around and grabbed a fistful of jersey.
Yeah.
And it was Jack Hetherington. And Hudson Young's just gone,
I'm good, man.
backed up, and Hetherington was like, "F***ing do it, bro."
One of the loosest cannons I think we've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. If you're picking a fight with Jack intentionally, yeah, you're a sick man and you deserve to get punched.
It's not going to go well. We've got a big week of rugby league coming up. I was struggling to find which games we actually want to talk about in such a short time.
Well, there's one you want to talk about, less so me, but we'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah, well, I think both of the Friday games are the ones we've landed on this week. Yep. Starting with the 6 o'clock game, New Zealand versus Redcliffe. You and I kind of went back and forth on the pod this week about how we feel about the Warriors.
About the Wars, yep.
I think the Dolphins win this. I think 2.15 is a good price for them. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts? I feel like you'll disagree with me.
I can make a case for the Dolphins at $2.15 on the back of what Izzy Katoa is doing, but they're missing so many troops through the middle of the field. That's been an area of the strength for the Wars this year. They're still the 4th best defensive team in the competition, which lines up, I think, with them sitting 4th on the ladder. And yeah, even though their attack or the ceiling on their attack's not quite as high with Metcalf, I still think that the best parts of their game is their ability to absorb and apply pressure with their defence and the work that they do through the middle of the field. I guess that probably lines up against a supposed weakness for Redcliffe here, knowing that they are missing some big bodies through the middle. So I'm happy to be with my Wars, and I'm happy to take you on head-to-head there.
That's fair enough. I just think, Dolphins fresh off a bye. I think if there's one game you want to come off a bye on, it's the one you have to head to New Zealand, a bit of extra rest.
And it's a good time for Redcliffe as well to have that bye last week and then prep up for this 6-week block heading into the finals. They're in 8th spot, so they're in the pole position if they can hold on. I think the Chookies are coming for them, but I don't mind Redcliffe.
It's very funny, Oscar, that you say your Wars.
Not funny.
Because your actual team, the Rabbits, take on my mob, the Brisbane Broncos, this weekend.
Yep.
It is Broncos $1.18, the Rabbitohs $4.80. The line is 15.5 points. Is there a world where the Rabbits can stick with the Bronx here? Like, we saw Para, who haven't been good all year, beat the Broncos last week. Like, can South Sydney pull off a similar upset here?
They covered that line against Cronulla last week, didn't they? Some lovely effort plays from South, which have been there all season. But the reality is that I think, without doing my maths, I think there's 17 of the South Sydney's top 30 unavailable this week.
That's a whole team.
If
my math's correct.
We count good.
Yeah.
I was keen to take you on Wars v Dolphins, Fogs. I'm not keen to take you on Bronx v Bunnies. I think two things that Parramatta did really well last week, and we even heard Jason Rolls speak about it in the at halftime. I think he sent a message down in the commentary. They kept the ball in play, which put fatigue into the Broncos, particularly guys like Reece Walsh. They were finding the grass and making Reece do a lot of work coming out of his own end. And they were able to do that because Mitch Moses has such a brilliant kicking game. South Sydney don't have a kicking game right now. And the other thing that Parramatta did really well is they've got hardworking, fit, mobile middle forwards. Junior Paulo's dropped a bunch of weight this season. He's been superb in the back end of the year. And then they're getting a lot of value out of guys like Charlie Geimer on an edge and Jack Williams switching between Jermaine Hopgood. So all of those guys busted their ass last week and were able to put a lot of fatigue into Bronx and create some errors. Souths don't have the middles to put that fatigue into Brisbane, and I can't see us slowing the momentum of a yardage set that goes, Payne Haas, Carrigan, Willison, Jensen or Piakura or Ricky or whoever it is. So, no, I think Bronx win and win well. Billy Walters and Benny Hunt, I don't mind either of those guys jumping out from 9
Yeah.
to score a try. Who are you looking at?
I'll be backing Ben Hunt there in that milestone game.
200 games for the Bronx?
For the Broncos. Yep. That'll do me.
You love a storyline bet.
And they've been paying off for me this year.
Yep.
A couple of Ezra Mams, a couple of
true.
other ones. Couple try scorers before we get out of here.
Yep.
You want to talk, is it Thursday night?
Yep.
Storm v Eels. You've got Eli Katoa written down.
Yeah,
here.
Jerome Hughes is out, but statistically, Eli Katoa goes to another level when Jerome Hughes is not on the field, which doesn't make a lot of sense by the eye test, but however it works in Supercoach. And like he's their go-to player in attack at the moment. With Hughesy out, it's going to be kick targets for Ellie, or it's going to be targeting Dean Hawkins, defending at 3-man on the Eels' left edge. I think Ellie can make a target of Dean's outside shoulder, little slip line.
Ellie just running over his line and figure out
and
the
win
rest.
us the game.
Yeah. Not hard at all.
So yeah, I like Eli Katoa. And then another one.
Yeah, what else? You got Zach Hosking.
Yep, later in the week on Saturday, 5:30, Canberra v the Dragons. The Raiders continue to find points late in games once fatigue sets in. They've had a pretty friendly run. You can only beat who's in front of you, and they're doing a bloody good job of playing their style of footy, which is just they just wait until there's fatigue in the opposition and they just score points for fun in the back end of games. I think they can make a target of Lycan King Tongia and Luciano Leilua, and I think it's Finai out there at left centre. It's a very disjointed St George left edge, and Zach Hosking is running some beautiful slip lines off Jamal Fogarty. Your
friend of the show.
The show, where he lines up on the inside shoulder of the defending half and then he bounces out on the pass as the ball's coming through the air. Keon Kolomatangi was great at it when he was playing in the back row, but yeah, Zach's had some nice looks. So keen to chase some value in Eli Katoa and Zach Hosking to score anytime.
Very nice. Couple of good second rows there.
Yep.
All right, well, we're going to get out of here.
Glory, up the waz.
See you, Oscar.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website